I'm Susan Wilson-Solovic with today's Small Business Headlines on SBTV. Good news for business travelers tops our news today. The IRS is raising the standard mileage rate used to calculate the deductible cost of driving for business purposes. This is in response to rising fuel and vehicle costs. The agency says as of January 1st, 2007, the new rate will be 48.5 cents per mile. That rate temporarily hit that mark in 2005 when gas prices spiked in the wake of Hurricane Katrina. The rate is currently 44.6 cents per mile. The rate for medical and moving expenses will also increase next year, up to 20 cents per mile from its current 18 cents per mile. With gas prices fluctuating from one day to the next, drivers are tempted to look for ways to improve fuel efficiency, including purchasing fuel-saving items advertised in newspapers, magazines, and online. But the Consumer Fraud Task Force warns that most gas-saving claims for auto devices or fuel additives turn out to be fraudulent. In fact, the Environmental Protection Agency has tested over 100 of these supposed gas-saving devices, from mixture enhancers to fuel line magnets, and found very few that actually work. Those that do provide limited improvements. These devices might actually damage your vehicle's engine or increase exhaust emissions. Rather than relying on fad devices and additives to increase fuel economy, the task force suggests consumers use more practical methods, such as maintaining your car. For instance, keeping your engine tuned can increase gas mileage by an average of 4%, keeping your tires inflated by up to 3%, and replacing air filters regularly up to 10%. Consumers should also attempt to drive more efficiently by keeping within the posted speed limits, removing excess weight from your trunk, avoid idling, and combine errands when possible. In BizJournal's news, the SBA is jumping in to help some entrepreneurs affected by a fire in Florida. The Business Journal of Jacksonville reports that the Small Business Administration is offering low-interest loans to vendors who suffered losses during a fire at Pekin Park Flea Market in September. After the fire, Governor Jeb Bush made a formal request to the SBA to provide assistance to business affected by the fire. The SBA responded with an agency declaration of disaster, which differs from a presidential declaration by not including the involvement of FEMA. The SBA says there is no ceiling on the amount of money the SBA can provide in response to a disaster. Businesses can borrow up to $1.5 million with rates as low as 4%, with no application fees or closing costs to the borrower and terms as long as 30 years. The money can be used to replace lost inventories and equipment or to help cover expenses caused by the fire. For more BizJournal's business stories, visit bizjournals.com. And finally today, if you're thinking of trying to turn your entrepreneurial dream into a reality, you need a good idea and an even better business plan. Ladies Who Launch is a website devoted to helping you make your dreams come true. Among other things, it offers an excellent business plan sample guide to help you get started. To learn more about Ladies Who Launch and to access the sample guide, visit ladieswholaunch.com. Well, that's all the time we have for today, but join us again here tomorrow and all next week for more small business headlines right here on SBTV. Have a great weekend.